Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Foundation Friday. So in today's Foundation Friday, I'm having a rough time today. In today's Foundation Friday, we're going to be reviewing the brand new Burt's Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup. Basically just a special way to say foundation. I'm really interested to see how this foundation does because one, it cost almost $20. Two, Burt's Bees, as you guys know, is mainly a skincare company, so it's really interesting to see whether, like, you know, if a skincare company comes out with makeup or if a makeup company comes out with skincare. It's really interesting to see how it's gonna do. I matched myself the best that I possibly could. Leave your comments below before watching the rest of this video if you guys actually think this is gonna match me. So the color that I picked up is 1025 Natural Beige. There really wasn't a huge range of colors to choose from, but I feel like with drugstore foundations, there really never is. There's usually at max. I don't think I've ever seen more than 20 shades in a drugstore foundation line. And if I am wrong, I am wrong. I think there was probably about 10 to 15 shades. Could be completely wrong, but either way, we are going to try this on, see how it looks in the beginning, and then I'm gonna wear it throughout the rest of the day and see how it does and see if it's worth the 20 bucks. Oh, okay. Oh, it feels really weird. Oh, this feels really weird. The smell is kind of weird. Like, kind of good, but like, kind of weird. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I've never had a foundation feel like this on my face. And I'm trying to find the words to describe it to you. But I'm having trouble finding those words. This foundation definitely oxidizes because you can see the little bit additional that I used on my forehead is like a shade or two lighter. It also seems to have good coverage. I'm just having some issues of it staying like on my nose. You guys can see my nose. I keep like putting it on my nose and it comes off. Like, I don't know how to explain. So when like applying this foundation, it almost feels really soft on my skin, and I don't know if that's because I cleaned this brush really well or it's just the foundation itself. Let me put some on my finger. No, I'm gonna say that it's the foundation. The foundation just feels like really soft on my skin and very cooling when you put it on. And I don't know if that's because one of the ingredients in it, yeah, you got me, but it's 98.9% natural. So far so good. Coloring is pretty good. It did oxidize a little differently than I've seen foundations oxidize. Like, this oxidized into like a very weird tone, and not necessarily in a bad way, but yeah. So let me go finish the rest of my makeup and I will come back and see how this looks. Alright guys, I am back. I did just a really quick, simple makeup with this foundation. Let me zoom you guys in so we can see how this foundation did. So showing you guys up really, really close, I do like the color so far. I do like the color. It did leave just a little bit of texture on top of my forehead. The texture underneath my eyes is probably from the concealer that I use, but there is some texture right here on the sides of my lips a little bit too, and just kind of like in this middle vicinity. But other than that, I'm enjoying it thus far. I don't have anything bad to say. I don't have anything good to say. I kind of want to see how this foundation is going to last throughout the day. But as always, I tell you guys that how this foundation works for me could be completely different from how it works for you, but I just kind of always want you to see what the foundation looks like with a full face all finished. But let me go about my day and run all the errands that I have to run and come back in a couple hours and show you how this foundation lasted. Hey guys, I am back and I am super exhausted. I think it's about 10 o'clock now. I've had this foundation on for probably about 6 to 7 hours. Let me zoom you guys in. These lights are so bright. Oh my god. Let me zoom you guys in so that we can really get a look at this foundation. So overall, this foundation stayed pretty well. It did get a little dry around my eyes. And it did start to get just a little blotchy, kind of like in these areas, but I don't know if that's because of the foundation or if that's just because, I mean, I laid on the couch, I cooked dinner, I was outside all day, running errands and stuff like that. But looking at the forehead, you can kind of see where it started to get a little bit dry. Again, this is another freaking foundation that I feel would work so much better for me personally with a setting spray on top. I'm gonna go get a setting spray. So if you guys tuned into my last Foundation Friday, you know that I was talking about how there are so many different ways to wear foundation, and just, you know, a foundation could work better with a different powder or a different primer, or it can work with a setting spray, work better for you with a setting spray on top. It's just trial and error. But I'm gonna spray my MAC Fix Plus on top, so get a good look at this. Before I spray this, I think that it stayed pretty well. The color stayed pretty true to my skin. I think that it did crease just a bit, but otherwise it looks pretty good. But let's see what this guy does. Okay, so small change. My face does not look as dry as it did, and it doesn't look as kind of like, I guess what we would call cakey, but usually cakey and dry kind of go hand in hand. But I like it so much better with a setting spray on top. So for this brand new Burt's Bees foundation, I'm gonna give it kind of like a middle thumbs. I think that it didn't hold as well as I would have wanted it to, but I think that there may be a different way to kind of go about this foundation routine that could have made it a little bit better. I do think that this foundation is more for someone with, I want to say more for someone with oily skin, like more on the oily side. I would say that if you want to make this work for dry skin, I would say that you should put a drop or two of like your favorite oil or serum inside and mix it with this, just so that it's a much more moisturizing consistency and it doesn't completely dry out on you. But that's all I have to say about this brand new Goodness Glows foundation from Burt's Bees. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this foundation, if you had the opportunity to try it, or if you'd like to try it, or what you think from this video. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I will see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe and check out all my other foundation reviews. Bye guys.